is in full swing in Brookline.
The one thing that he's trying to do is make history. No one has ever won a U.S. Open when they won the week before.
All the reaction from the Warriors claiming another championship.
Well, it's been the most important, and I've said this since really this final started, is that of the six finals teams, this is the oldest one, this is the most banged up one, this is probably the least talented team that they've showed up with in the finals.
As well as all the action from around the bigs.
First pitch to Pete. Swing and a drive. Well hit to left. Soler back. It's going to go. Grand slam. Pete Alonso. He hit it off the great wall of Flushing beyond the 358 mark. The Mets take a 10-1 lead.
This is Sports Center all night.
Man, I'm not taking Duncan out. That's for damn sure.
Of course you're not.
Go ahead, get Will out of there then.
Here's Jim Basquill.
Yeah, we put all that Steph legacy talk to bed, and baseball has a game that went against all odds. We'll explain. Welcome to Sports Center all night on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Post-NBA Finals, pregame to the Cup Finals, and the Yankees being just a notch above is all ahead. But we begin halfway through another PGA major in his quest for a third straight year of winning a major. Collin Morikawa leads the U.S. Open. His 66 matched the low score this week, gave him a share of the lead with Joel Dahman, both at 5 under.
It's a major championship. It's the U.S. Open. No one has taken it deep so far and kind of run away. But you know what? For right now, my game feels really good. It's the last 2 days is a huge confidence booster for me heading into this weekend, and hopefully we can kind of make some separation somehow.
Yeah, in a group one shot behind, defending U.S. Open champ Jon Rahm and Rory McIlroy. Rory after his 69 and the reigning champ on the heels of his 67.
I think it's a testament to the health and the state of this game. It's pretty amazing to see Rory back to playing really. It's not like he ever went anywhere, right? But playing back-to-back weeks and playing at the level he can. Obviously, Scotty doing what he's been doing all year. Colin doing what he always does. Myself doing what I try to always do as well, right? So it's fun for all of us because we all want to compete against the best and beat the best, especially in the tournament where truly the best player ends up winning.
You want to go up against the best to try to bring the best out of yourself, and to see Colin and John and Scotty and Sam up there and whoever else. That's what major championship golf's all about. That's what competition's all about. I certainly don't want it to be easy. I want guys to go out and shoot 65, so I have to go and shoot 64.
And that duo among 7 golfers, a stroke off the lead. Another shot back is Masters champ Scotty Scheffler, who corded a 67. Morikawa, Rahm, Scheffler have won 4 of the last 9 majors. Michael Collins and Andy North on SportsCenter on what stood out for round 2.
Andy, this is a leaderboard that the USGA has to be looking at and going, thank you so much for doing this.
We had a whole lot of qualifiers that basically were at the top of the leaderboard yesterday. Now all of a sudden the cream is coming to the top. You've got the number 1 world ranked player in the world a couple shots back. You've got number 2 a shot back. You've got Morikawa, who is an amazing player. Obviously, he's won a major each of the last 2 years, and no one's even talking about him. I mean, it's an amazing group of players. And, of course, Rory McIlroy, who is playing as well as anybody right now. So it's going to be an awesome weekend.
Yeah, I know, by the way, Phil Mickelson cards a 3 over 73 Friday. Missed the cut at 11 over this after he finished 10 over par in that first live event.
The 2022 Bill Russell NBA Finals MVP Award goes to Stephen Curry.
Hey, I hear all the conversations, I hear all the chatter. We hear all the chatter. Ain't got to talk about it, just got to go do it. And that's what this is about.
Let's understand this. This is the greatest shooter God has ever created. We have never seen a shooter the likes of Steph Curry in the history of the game of basketball.
Forget that. We champs. Why are you starting with that question? We got 4 championships.
Yeah, we'll get to that. So Steph now has his finals MVP after winning his 4th title. The NBA's most prolific three-point shooter now has 4 rings, 2 league MVPs, 2 scoring titles, 1 finals MVP, 1 all-star game MVP. That puts him in a club that includes Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Wilt Chamberlain, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Durant, and Shaquille O'Neal. It's time for Straight Talk, brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless. He's a winner and was an all-time great before this series ever tipped off. But legacy seems to be on everyone's mind, not the here and now of a team winning another championship. Perhaps that's why Steph had this post-game response.
What does just this mean to you to finally be a finals MVP after everything?
Forget that. We champs. Why are you starting with that question? We got 4 championships. You know, like, God is great. The ability to be on the stage and play with amazing teammates against a great Boston Celtics team that, you know, gave us everything to try to get to the finish line. This one hits different for sure.
Yeah, we, not me. He's all about we, not me. Isn't that refreshing in today's day and age? By the way, Steph's alma mater, Davidson, will retire as number 30. Mike Greenberg on a dynastic run focused on one key star.
What struck me last night was the Warrior players were as happy for Steph as he was for himself. Yeah. They were as happy for him as they were for themselves. And I think that is an enormous statement about him, about his personality, about his leadership style, about who he is. And because this one, at least this year, was every bit as much his team as those teams were Michael's teams. Look, you give credit to the ownership, give credit to the GM who put it all together, give credit to Steve Kerr, who right now has a ridiculous 9 NBA championships, and all of those players. But at the end of the day, when you talk about this dynasty, it's Steph's dynasty, and the fact that it is showing no signs of slowing down, but that it's something people want to join, it's something that figures to keep going, I think that says a lot about him. And about his style, his personality, and his leadership. That to me is front and center in the conversation today.
And that's Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise. The Warriors claim their 7th NBA title, 3rd most in league history. As for Steve Kerr, 9th title as player or head coach, 4th time as head coach. That's 6th all time. The Warriors won their first title since 2018, became the first team to go from the NBA's worst record to a championship in a 3-season span. They were a league worst 15-50 in the 2019-20 campaign. Richard Jefferson and Frank Isola, who was with KJ Maxx, on the importance of this latest title to the team and to Steph.
Steph Curry now has won 2 with Kevin Durant, but he's also won 2 without him. To me, this one is the most impressive one because everything they've gone through over the past couple of years, and they had a really young team. I don't think it's their best team of the teams that won a title, but the Steph to carry them the way they did. Remember early on in the season, you know, we were all talking about MVP the first couple of months. It looked like it was going to be his, maybe a